Hello there, greetings. Happy Saturday, universe of internet. Let the connection begin. I know nobody's here, so I'm talking to myself. Oh, look at that. Hello, Christina, greetings. Probably answer questions in the chat, possibly, to see how much it's. How long I can keep my sanity. Basically, when I start connecting, I kind of zone off, so connecting to the chat's probably not the best thing. Especially, I'm always well, we'll see how it goes. So, greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the weird part of YouTube. This is only for insane people, so anybody that is insane, you got MTV and all the other Cabal stuff, you can go there. If you wanted to dip your toe into madness, or, well, not madness, well, it's not mad. Well, it might seem like that, but it is the real world as we unfold it slowly. Tonight's episode is, let's see, how do I word it? I'm just going to open to any connection. I've done this in the past, and I haven't done it in a while. Basically, open it up and see who is going to, not just one being, but maybe one or two or three. So it's a bit earlier. Usually I start at like almost at 12 o'clock at night. So I might go see the Thor movie tomorrow because I think I'm absolutely losing it for some. I don't know. I guess there's some stuff there I probably should see. I guess symbolism. If I don't fall asleep during it, possibly I might fall asleep during it because I'm still. Yeah, the week's been kind of rough. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm known to do that. So hey, it's air conditioning at home out. Popcorn helps you sleep, I guess. Hello, greetings everyone. Greetings chat. So I might answer questions in the chat as we team hold, yeah. As we go, as we move on. But I definitely want to. Well, let's see what happens. For those that are new to all this and still kind of freaking out a little bit, that's okay. Usually I run an ad every time I start this just to give you an idea of what. I'll turn it off for a second. Just give me an idea of basically so you can explore yourselves. It's going to explain myself, also help you explore yourself too, if that makes any sense. Well, basically we have private sessions here, basically to go deeper into your spiritual direction. If you wish to do so, of course, there's others out there you can do that with too. We have gift cards, easy purchase, so you don't have to go through all this. Is the calendar. Wednesday through Saturday, I believe, is open. For the most part, I close down days because of work. So I believe most of the week is open. You have Google Hangouts, Skype, Zoom, and channeling by phone is all recorded. It's sent by Google Drive, I believe, if I remember right. For the most part, there's also there's a shop here that you can, if you don't want to do a session, there's this method also that might be a little bit easier for you because you can, whatever it might be, you can do. It's basically, this is a session, just question by question. That's all. It's also about page, donate, video catalog, see who I am. Not sure if that's helping anybody. It's also a contact page. Also iPhone and Google apps. That's just basically the schedule. There's not a whole lot of information on there for the most part. And also have webinars. This is also Spirit Social. If you don't like this shop, you can go to this one. So not everything works. So if one breaks down, you got the other one. Of course, I don't link back to each other, but either way. We also submit a question, healing, past life regression, message from somebody, Yeshua. Channel consulting, 5-minute healing. There's also other methods you can get for purchase a session here. Also, one question from a day, chakra healing from a day, Soul painting from Stephanie and Joe Reiki from Miguel. And there's a bunch of stuff here too. And these crystals here, if you're new to all this, it kind of gives you an idea of where to start. Not necessarily have to purchase. This is through Amazon. You know, I think it sends you to Amazon, but this is just kind of like they give you an idea of what this world is. You know, of your connecting and things of that sort. Also, oh yeah, we have T-shirts here. That's all in the description down below. Well, I'm not gonna go into I don't know if I ever showed this one or not. I can't remember. It's probably my favorite one right here. That was great. That's just great. That's just great. This one's good too. I still haven't fixed the arm on this guy, but yeah, it's so cool. And you have the cat. This is our Arcturian. I know it doesn't look like an Arcturian, but of course this is an Archon. Arcturian Archons look the same. You have a guy with a balloon. Well, that's actually an Earth. So yeah, I gotta fix this one. I'll get around to it. Well, it's still cool. It's still cool. And I also had the Alien book here. I kind of did a little bit of a slightly, what does that say? Cartoon book. Okay. All right. So here we have Amazon and Lulu, and Amazon is the link isn't working great. Good job. I thought I fixed it, but I guess not. Oh, well, it's on Amazon. It will be on. Great. I'll fix that after the show. Figures. It's going to be on Kindle. It's on its way of course, Google is a good. Shit, I can't with it. Anyway, it's not like they're selling off the shelf or anything. Also, to the book, it's a description down below. Actually, the video. It's Amazon, you know, and eventually the Amazon for the cartoon book is in the description down below. So there's that, and it will be on Kindle. Neat thing about Kindle, it's only going to be for $3, and you can share it with somebody. Have that sharing thing, so you know people are. And yeah, the Jake comic, that's the rabbit is on his way. It's like 80% done. So it's 36 pages. And the tarot deck is on its way. I got most of the images done. I think I'm at 33 images. I'm going to 37. So this week, so I'm starting to put the cards together now. And so I got to give myself time to think about it. You know, the wording of it got to like sink into my brain, make sure it makes some kind of sense. And so we're on our way. I'll show some of that probably tomorrow, not today. Looks great though. Looks great. Some of them look kind of, well, one of them looks weird. I'm gonna have to change it. I don't want to go into. I'm just gonna leave it with. I'll show it tomorrow. I'll just save that for later. Anyway, I mean, look at it, it's like, what is this? What is that? And so it's like, so I might change that. We'll see. It's basically, it's a crocodile crawling over a turtle, and it looks kind of weird. So, but they're doing something else. Let's put it that way. So I might change that to something else. So we'll see. It looked fine when I looked at it. It's like, okay, that's not what I thought it was going to anyway. So, other than that, we're going. Yeah, I'll probably change it to something else. Either way, it has. I have a magician with a skunk head. I know I was going to show. I've been showing this stuff, but we're in sneak preview. I've showed too much already. I'll start showing it. I'll show you stuff tomorrow. But I have skunks. I have rhinos. I have rhinos playing cards. So that's all fun stuff. So it's not too serious. Doesn't have any religious stuff. I don't have any angels in there, but it's all right. So, but it's cool. So All right. Yeah, we'll now be out probably by December the way things are going. Well, you never know. It takes a while because I have to get stuff copyright, copy edited. I don't know how much I'm gonna write. Like I can do the quick version, get the text on the card, like a couple of sentences, squeeze it on there, and that's it. But if you want an extended version of that message, I'll probably have a PDF you can download, or you can buy a book for cheap. Yeah, I'll be on a Kindle or something like that. So I'm working with all that. So we're at extended. I have to figure out, I have to have a clear mind to do that. So yeah, I don't want to rush it. Yeah, it's like the artwork is, it's not going to be perfect. It can be, it's entertaining, but it doesn't have to be perfect. But the messages have to make some kind of sense. So we're making progress. I have other card decks in mind, but first things first. So I think that's it for today. Okay, see you guys later. All right, here we go for connections. Okay. Oh yeah, what's going on in the news? I think Harvey Weinstein is going to go to jail. I know some people probably out there. It's like, oh, he needs to be healed. I'll just throw him in jail. It's just, somebody like that, because he'll manipulate people. Only thing he's sorry about in Kevin Spacey is that they got caught. I don't think either one of them care. I don't think so. Yeah, there's a sickness there. And yeah, it is manipulated. They gave into manipulation. They didn't have to do that. It also shows their power. The fact, hey, if I do this, I get more power. And so, it's almost like a pagan ritual in some regard of this power. If I keep harassing people, whatever, because I have all this power, it'll help me keep my power. I believe some of that has to do with it. So it's like, I'm going to go sacrifice somebody, That's what it feels like, at least. Maybe that's not the way they looked at it, but that's what it seems like. So, I'm going to share my power. I'm going to sacrifice whoever, to enrich myself. Is that how it works? That's how it's been going. So, yeah, Kevin Spacey, didn't see that one coming, that's for sure. But, of course, there's been rumors about his sexuality, but that whole thing with the kid stuff, that's not good. But, I mean, I think, Spacey can get some kind of help somewhere. But, yeah, that's his career is gone for the most part. But maybe he'll find positive with all this, possibly. Harvey, I don't think there's much positive there. He's like a creature. I'm going to call him a monster, whatever. He served his purpose. He's definitely the dark side of Hollywood. And who knows? I don't want to go into that. But anyway, it's a big deal. It's pretty. It's not fun, that's for sure. So, this other thing, I found this on a YouTube channel. Let's see, brain work. Let's see. Oops, I found this. I'm gonna look up where I found this from. Yeah, hopefully that works. One moment. I think it's called the scariest movie ever. It's called that's the name of the YouTube channel is where I found this. Now he showed this article about the Illuminati. I think this is the CAA. This is the for the Hollywood agency. They book all kinds of stuff. Plays or whatever, movies, actors and stuff. And I guess these two buildings this is their whole area, I'm assuming. And they have this whole thing with the all-seeing eye situation. And the architect that built these, okay, I'm going by what I heard, is the same guy that built the World Trade Center. And the guy that broke is the most, I forgot what it was, the most unluckiest, I forgot what it was. The most unluckiest architect in the world, because what he creates gets destroyed. Of course, these weren't destroyed. What the World Trade Center was, I guess he has another oh, they have his name here. Oh, I can really pronounce that. Of course, I didn't put in the link down below, but if you look up this title, is Century City, and this is in LA, obviously. So there's not much on this, but it's just a short article, but it's pretty. The architect though is definitely connected to Cabal energies, obviously, of basically they put these symbols up to empower themselves. Also show you who's boss. Statue of Liberty, show you who's boss. It's liberation over us. Shows that this is their town or their country, basically. It's just quite, I mean, having it on the dollar bill is just like, the all-seeing eye that's literally just, blatantly right in your face. And still people don't know what to think of all of it, too. It's one thing just to call a conspiracy, but to realize, to really go into understand that this just gets more and more bizarre as the aliens are here. We just have to heal ourselves. And like, I'm gonna bring up Alex Jones because he always talks about the elite and the cabal. They use, and Alex Jones said it. People like Alex Jones and big fans. It's great. And he himself, because he has a lot of credibility, of course, sometimes questionable, but either way, he says himself the cabal uses they use the occult, the metaphysics world. And so they use that to hypnotize humanity. Of course, Jones does not go into any of that. He talks about it, and then it kind of goes away, which is unfortunate. But this isn't for everybody. But, the more you connect to your guides, your chakras, understand meditation also opens you up more. There's from what at least one feels over 100,000 aliens here, not here all at once, but then again, maybe. Different types of aliens here all the time, and they're interacting with us. We don't see them. They definitely see, or some of us see them. We see your third eye. But they're definitely here. our frequency is so low. And you wonder why we're being manipulated so many times. So we don't see them. And so in all of us, most of us get manipulated all the time, constantly. It's just part of the. Yeah, it's just. I don't think you can really. I mean, you clear energies, but still, they still try. So they're always hitting at us in some regard. You just can't win. But it's all right. I mean, just put positive vibrations out, and you will survive, obviously. But I believe we're getting hit at all areas, especially those that are awakening more. You get hit even more. It all depends, because they want to shut you down as quickly as possible. Because, of course, at a while. Oh yeah, I want to go into this also. But I'm gonna jump right into this. Either way, it's all in mind. Of course, I want to forget about everything else I was planning to do after this, but that's all right. I have a Disney movie I'm gonna upload. See, I just jumped again. I have a Disney video I'm gonna upload, and next Disney is going, or the theme park stuff is going to be a little bit different. We won't know until after Thanksgiving, because it'll be in the video. You'll see it. So, okay, all right. One thing I want to go through really quick. Now, you wonder why some people go into their dark sides. Why do you discover? Because I have a lot of this, and probably others too. Why are you the villain of either Rome, you're torturing people, whatever it might have been. Why were you doing these things? A fallen angel doing dark stuff. And you're exploring yourself. A lot of it's younger souls, or you're young to this world. It's just another part of yourself you want to discover. Realize also with positive beings, they can get very lazy and very just, yeah, I'm positive, but I don't do anything. I don't do anything with my life, and the negative's there to. So there's a yin and yang, if I ever know the understanding of that. But you need both. You don't really necessarily need to look at it as negative, positive. It's just different sides of different points of view. And yeah, the negative can take go out of control. I mean, that one's probably the most fun. But then again, you get all this karma, and then it's not fun anymore. So, I mean, yeah, it's not fun taking people's lives and stuff, but of course not. But, during that, when you're all drugged up with power, like with Harvey, it's fun for a while. Of course, taking lives is a different story, but, I don't call that fun, but, doing the dark stuff is fun to a certain degree. But it's just part of, your soul is learning, it's exploring itself. But also, I want to say, is like, okay, how do all these dark lives? Maybe you're a Nazi soldier, for example. There's a lot of those here now, and are healing from that. Let's use that as an example. Say like you're a Nazi, did some terrible things, but okay, let's not use that. But let's just put it this way: is that, at least from my experience, let's do that. It would probably be better. Basically, I've had lifetimes like, I don't know all of them, of course not, but ones that, I outsmarted a lot of other, like through war as a commander, outsmarted the other side. I might not have been the nicest commander, but of course I had more positive, but I've been on both sides basically. But think about the cleverness of the dark side that you learn from yourself. You're trying all this stuff out, doing stuff you probably shouldn't be, you're outsmarting the other side that you're fighting. And okay, you hit your bottom, now you're going through karma. Now you're trying to, okay, I've been a bad guy forever. Okay, now it's time to change. So you take all of that we learned as a negative and you turn it to positive and you use that. So now you have, say like, so when a negative, so when now you're being positive, you use all your powers for positive, and you're going to fight the same battle, but use positive. Now you have all these manipulators, reptilian or whatever it might be, Syrian, trying to manipulate your mind. It's like, no, I'm not going to let it. So you use those same techniques of cleverness against them, but not in a negative way, but just to, you're outsmarting the negative, basically, is what I'm getting at. So, to have that negative life of going to your, basically your low, whatever it might be, taking life or whatever, because through history, through that process, you're learning more about yourself, but you're also, sometimes you need those experiences. So when you go into a positive situation, when you want to do good, instead of when you have all these positive lives and somebody's negative knocks you down and you go cry somewhere, it's like, okay, I can't do this. I'm too damn weak. I'm always happy all the time and just can't handle this. For sure, send them flower. I mean, that's not always the case, but sometimes it is. So that's why you have lifetimes that they just suck. But also, when you reincarnate here, say you're going to have a positive life, you still gotta go through hell. But, a lot of it has to do with just what's important, and also to test yourself to see if you're up to the task of where you're going. As for your direction, it's weird. We're not here to see all of it and understand all of it, but it's like, you're testing yourself for your mission, basically. It's like if you, I know it's weird, but I don't want to go into full details. But I think it kind of, hopefully that makes some sense. Of course, I should go to chat and ask them, but you're probably not listening anyway. So, all right, we'll just leave it. Hopefully that made some sense. There's a lot there. So you need positive, you need negative, you need them all, you need both. You need them both because they all balance each other. If it's all just positive, positive gets very lazy. They get, they're high all the time on weed, just, talking to the wall all day long, So, you have that, but then, so if you have a negative lifetime, Like Donald Trump, for example, not exactly the most moral guy out there, but he's doing stuff at least. Is you take that drive and you put it into a positive life and do more positive with it. You know, it's good to have both, basically. And yeah, with the negative, you're going to get a lot of, it's not easy. I mean, this one makes things a lot more complicated. There are the realities that are not as dense as this one, but it's anyway. That should give you some kind of idea of needing both. And also, I think I mentioned this. I don't need to mention this again. I was going to talk about this real quick. I know I was supposed to do Illuminati or. All right, we're just going to do the Galactic Federation of Light stuff. I already talked about that other thing before. Well, it's basically what I was going to go to is I mentioned it. I don't know if I'm going to add anything new to it. Gigi Young, she talked about how some psychics are kind of shady, and that's true. But she does not talk about the ones that are successful. This still kind of bothers me. The ones that are successful, that are super snobbery, and just they think they know everything. Sylvia Brown's an excellent example of that. Because even Sylvia Brown said not everyone is psychic because she's making a lot of money. It's like that's somebody that really went off in the wrong direction, but it's a perfect example. So even when those are successful, have their flaws. And so it's just spiritual snobbery is out there. When I started doing this, I got attacked by spiritual snobs. So I know exactly who they are. I'm not going to mention names. But some are also more into the money influence of things too. Like they're more into the dollar than the message. Yeah, they're into the message, but the dollar seems to come first somewhere. I mean, obviously you need to make a living on this, but it still feels like sometimes the dollar is dangling in front of them, which is fine. But it's like, I believe karma, it comes around. So if you have like 10,000, 15,000, whatever subscribers on YouTube or whatever, that's great and everything. Or on Gaia TV, that's great and everything. Of course, some of them on Gaia TV are putting out stuff. I was like, what are you guys talking about? I mean, just talking about the Cabal falling apart and all that. Well, they seem to be going pretty well right now. I mean, yeah, they're not. It's going to be falling apart in some areas, but they're not running scared. I mean, do you see that? I mean, people are still. I mean, manipulations are still happening here, but yeah, I mean, part of it, yeah, there is a change. This whole thing about was it Antarctica, Atlantis. I imagine there are Atlantean energies there somewhere, most likely. Is Atlantis there? I mean, all of it there. Just go through some ice and there it is. I doubt it. After all this time, but there is probably Atlantean energies there somewhere for sure. There's a lot of portals there, that's for sure. The Illuminati's there, that's for sure. They're definitely there. At least a part of them is there. There's a lot of portals. Of course, there's portals to Agartha, North Pole, and Antarctica also. So there's that also. So anyway, all right. I just want to put that out there again, just because. Well, I think I added a little bit more to that, but it wasn't much. So, for those that are new to all this, yes, beings are all here. Aliens are all here. We're just not seeing them. Well, if you can through your third eye, you can wait for your ship landing all you want. You might be able to see them here and there. Some of it's government, but not all of it. Area 51 at this time. I believe they're still doing a lot of their work there, but a lot of it's moved around. Of course, there's a lot of blockage there to connect with that, but the whistleblower that brought it up, I believe he was telling the truth. I forgot what his name was. The whistleblower back in the 80s. I forgot his name. The one that brought it. I believe that was real. Some people, I think, are thinking that was more government operative. Why would they do that for their own? They don't want people to know about that place. So it does seem like a place of science fiction, but it's not. It's but the last thing they're going to do is allow anyone to see what they're up to for sure. Most likely they're still doing tests. They're just a lot more careful. But they're definitely, I believe they're still doing stuff there for sure. Let's see what else. Yeah, your alien friends are here. It's just that's where your metaphysics, your third eye, your kundalini, all that to open up to you. Feel them around. They are assisting all of us. Yeah, most have. I think everybody has an alien guide. Most likely, everybody has an alien guide of some kind. Meaning they're bringing more of that alien experience to you in some regard. So, okay. As for spiritual connections, yeah, I'm kind of rambling in the beginning, but hopefully that's bringing assistance to somebody. Definitely with that, the whole thing with the World Trade Center is kind of fascinating. Of course, I don't dive into that stuff very often, but just kind of stuff I find. You know, I don't really look for stuff. So, all right, we'll maybe do a conscious channeling, or all right, we'll just see what comes through. Basically, just opening up to Black Federation of Light. They usually have a message for us. Of course, we can connect to the angels also. In the spirit world, where whoever has a message for us, bringing positive connections. What we need to hear for our healing of our planet and ourselves, as we're being tested greatly. Yes, by our government. But anyway, okay, here we go. Greetings to you. I'm Nathaniel. Blessings. The tall bonds. Blessings. Yes, what is going on at this time? You're Harvey Weinstein. Yes, with your cabal. A lower echelon of your cabal. Yes, been sold, when paid off, sold off, you can say, through CIA vibrations, yes. But he was not fully aware of those connections. By the way, their influence is there. Paganism is very much alive. But also, yes, to cause death in films. Yes, as entertainment, but also to lower the vibrations to make people feel that is of the norm. To have that vibration there to take one's life in a film, yes, does cause, if you are very fragile with your energy, very sensitive, it does cause a shock to you. It also adds mind control that this is the norm. Far from it. It is just there to lower your vibration. But also realize your Harvey is very much of a snake king in a past life where he's done very similar acts on your planet as he's done in other realities. A snake king, a reptilian king, but he is mostly a snake king. So he is reenacting his lifetime there. As for what world this is, that they are not giving me the details of it at this time. But realize also you are part of an awakening process. Some of you know this individual from another lifetime. It's like, I've seen him do this before in other lifetimes. And even those in your Hollywood, most, and it goes into your government also. You've seen these individuals before. You have dreams of them. You have dreams of them because you've known them before. And maybe you're talking them out of a situation, or you're, whatever it is, it's all different with everyone. But at this time, you all know each other in some regard. And maybe not very closely, but you've all had interactions on planets. Maybe not, yes, very close, but you all interacted in some way, somehow, in all of your incarnations. You've all kind of passed by each other, let's put it that way. And some of you pass by each other, and that's all there is. You're just not, there's never going to be a connection. That is your connection. Your connection is walking by somebody. And it's the same person you cross paths with in other incarnations at certain times, whatever it might be. And some of that is also to give you indication that you are on track. Why am I keep seeing this person at 3 o'clock for the past 2 days? It's very strange. I don't know who this person is. I don't feel like talking to them, but I see them. Realize that's all part of your awakening plan on this planet, you can say. Basically to show that you are on track, just to give you an idea of how this works. And some of you incarnate those that you're having difficulties with. Sometimes you incarnate to be difficult with them, so you can learn from that to make yourself a better person. And them also, they have their own reasons for it also. So you incarnate with difficult people for a reason, not to heal them, sometimes yes, but not always. To learn from them, from their point of view. Maybe you're not seeing something very clearly. This other person is. Even if you can't connect with them in the positive, you're always gaining in aggravation, but still there is a positive there somewhere. And some also incarnate with you that are difficult, is because they know what your mission is. They're here to help you on your mission, but they're not there to know what it is. They're assisting you without knowing, basically. It's like they figured, yes, you can help them. They're actually, you can work with them. But you don't realize that some of those that are not awakened to any of this are actually assisting you on your path. And you're assisting them, of course. They're assisting you on your awakening path for the most part. I know it sounds somewhat confusing to some, but for others, some will understand this from what we're seeing. That message is not for everyone. Yes, those of you that are awakened, basically, let's put it this way. Like your parents, and say like you are awakened and your parents are not. Understand, when they came as an incarnation, they knew they were going to not be awakened. So they're there for you, whatever, even if they're not easy to get along with. But either way, they're helping you in your ascension. Say like you can't find work and you have to live at home all the time. Understand? They're there to assist you in your path either way. As you are awake, you're in astral all the time, you're sleeping all the time, but still they're still there for you. So that should give you some understanding. For example, at least. At this time, yes, many governments actually are coming more together in astral, more than they ever have before. They're, yes, not making it easy. Your North Korea has, for this time, been shut down due to CIA involvement and also alien involvement, but a lot of it has to do with sabotage. But at this time, your North Korea, from what we are seeing, is closed down for the moment. And we do not see it reactivating itself anytime soon. Notice how it's been silenced recently. That was, of course, done on purpose, not by their doing. But also it's going to be quiet there for a while from what we are seeing. At this time also, but as I said, your governments are connecting more in a positive way. Yes, in astral mostly, but it is becoming more peaceful, even if it does not show itself. But as for the humans on your world that are still part of the manipulations, the idea is to remove these manipulations. And that is where it takes time. As many are realizing, protest doesn't always work. It causes actually more negativity than positivity. It is for your Earth to realize that how the manipulators are operating around you to cause more negativity, to bring positivity, doesn't exactly work as you would like it to. And that's where protest comes in. But that thought pattern will come in stronger on your planet. Eventually. As your Earth will go through several awakenings throughout the time to first contact or world contact. Basically, as your humans basically open themselves up to basically the vibration that's standing next to you, which is your alien friends. Your alien friends are always around you. There is never need for ship to land. I mean, in some cases, yes, but mostly we are always around you in some cases. And the numbers of aliens is, yes, a great amount. Not necessarily as you brought up here, it's not that important. The idea is, yes, to unravel, open yourselves up, to connect. Even if you have a difficult day at work, we realize many do, the pressures. As long as your intentions are out to heal, it's like I still want a better life for myself. Just allow that to continue. That will find you. It will. It just takes time. The reason why there's a lot of negativity for those in the work environment or at home environment, wherever you want to call work, is, and you're bringing a lot of negativity is coming to you. Let's put it that way, and not because you want it. It's because of the pressures of life. As long as you have a positive intention, you will bring that in, but also you're being tested, but not necessarily by manipulators. Yes, that does exist, but it's also you're testing yourself. Realize that. And it's not always there to be fully known either. Now, it does not mean you have to have this negative influence around you constantly. Not at all. It's just, remember, you create your own reality, and that can be removed. But yes, sometimes it takes time for that to happen. But also, many of you, not all, but some do ask for these tests to come in because there's that lesson, maybe not show itself now, but several years in the future, you might remember, it's like, man, I remember I was very pressured at that moment. And now I'm using what I learned from that situation. It could be 5 years, it could be 10 years, it could be 20 years in your future when you use it. So everything is there for a reason. It's not there just to manipulate you. It is there to teach you. It has its lesson. It all has its purpose. It takes time to fully understand that, of course. Not to say having manipulators around you is a positive situation, but they do have their purpose. But you always have the ability to clear it. But also remember, if they continue, there's lessons there to be learned. The idea is to just not let your spirit go down into darkness. Keep it up. Keep your spirits up. That's what matters most. A moment. Yes, because there are going to be several tests on your planet. That's just the way it is. But it will get easier as you raise your vibration. Yes, it'll be hard tests. Understand, the higher your vibration goes, the tests can only go at so. You'd be surprised. Where others will have a nervous breakdown, you see it as just another day. As you get, as you raise your vibration, these problems don't become as bad a problem as you might think. Some take a little problem and make it their whole day. As you raise your vibration, that little problem stays a little problem, maybe a bump in the road, basically. And others spend their whole day having agony over it. So that's how you raise your vibration, basically. You take these issues and they become smaller and smaller. In time, this will become a stronger vibration with you. But I believe from what we are feeling, many of you are connecting to that energy. It will get easier. Yes, the tests will continue, but you will understand them better. You'll take a negative situation and bring a positive vibration to it. And you'll just get stronger and stronger and stronger if you wish to do so. That is how you raise your vibration. There's a lot to it for some, but the idea is just having intentions of just connecting to your highest good, basically. You will find this highest good. You will. Yes, there are tests there, but it's not there. They're just to help you actually ascend. Yes, there is also a vibration about these terrorist groups on your planet. Yes, those are for the Cabal. They are the playthings of the Cabal. Are they helping with Ascension? Yes and no. For some, yes. For some, they are actually bringing more descension on certain souls. Some, yes. Some are going in the wrong direction, but that's also a part of their process. Not everybody's going to ascend. Some is part of their learning experience. It's almost like sacrificing yourself. But realize, yes, even those problems, you will see through them. You will understand why they're operating, why this happened, why the Cabal brought this in, but also why humanity is also asking for these things to happen. Unfortunately, that is the truth. It is not just that it happens out of the blue. Your planet is bringing these things about for lessons to awaken oneself. It's not always an easy answer there, or easy. It's not always easy for that one. But realize a negative does bring in a positive. It does. It does awaken the soul. How does a soul awaken? Some souls need just spiritual connections to awaken. Some need violence, unfortunately. Everyone has their own way of awakening. Many more, yes, will start awakening. When they are ready, many are in denial of what is going on this planet. Yes, but as many of you are sharing your love, that love will be seen. And well, seen by your actions, but also felt. That you are not out to judge anyone. Most of you are not to do so. And that non-judgment to those that are criticizing you is felt. And it's like, that is very strange. They didn't get mad at me and chase me down the street for disagreeing with them. And that energy that you are sending out plays a big role in your ascension process. That helps your ascension process for sure. That you're not being tempted by manipulations to get angry just because someone disagrees with you. Yes, there will be part of that because some of it will be an attack, but it's also there to elevate you and strengthen you. And those are the low vibrations, and realize that some that are trolls will realize they are being deceived. The trolls are a small number, of course. But it depends on what level of energy they are. Some don't see that, but some do. Some are actually a little bit more open than others. But at this time, what is the purpose of our visitation? It's basically to help you find yourselves. The idea is just to find you. But only through slight assistance. We cannot get too much interference. If we interfere too much, humanity will be holding your hand. We cannot do that. Yes, some of our messages might be half-baked. They must be. But they still have an energy about them that is enough to awaken someone or some. They are part of the process. We know what we're doing. Let's put it that way. So some might feel it's like, what? It doesn't make any sense. And others like, oh, that helped me awaken. So it is different for everyone. Not every message is for everyone. But we realize we know exactly what we're doing. Well, for the most part. Sometimes when we are, yes, being channeled, it is difficult for us to connect to the channel to get our message out clearly also. There's those situations too where we're getting better with that. But the idea is to bring in, to assist with manifesting a world that brings more happiness to you, basically. With less poverty, less chemicals in the air, less chemicals in your food. We realize also you have a vibration you can send out to clear these chemical vibrations. And you're sending a message out that I don't want these things anymore. And that is felt. As for clearing your earth, does take time, but realize those low energies that wish to manipulate you and control you are actually being healed by you. The less negativity you send out, or no negativity you send out, just love. They feel that. They are healed in some ways, and they change their perspective. Not all of them, but some of them, yes. So they're teaching you, you are teaching them. So you are teachers on different levels. And you don't even see these beings. You don't even see them. Your angels learn from you also, of course. Your guides, also, many of you are actually teaching your guides how to guide. Just to give you that a little bit of detail. But basically, our message is to humanity to realize you can take more control over your life. Instead of life controlling you, you control it. What is it you want to experience? What is it you want in your life? And some add greed to that. Just put love there instead. That you can attract what is right for you, to find what is right for you. What is at your best interest at this time? Because realize, if you need money, it will find itself to you eventually. You will find whatever it is that you're looking for, the love of your life. Just give it time. But realize healing within yourself is much important. Also, love for thyself. And just patience. It's many things, of course. Yes, these are hard lessons, we understand. But also realize many of you are, the more you release the negativity around you, the more you can perfect yourself within. And that will help you manifest. But also understand why things take time. But as for your earth healing, is basically just every day. Remember, all your thoughts are heard. All your positive thoughts are heard, felt. The more positivity coming from you for a more positive earth will be felt. So allow that energy to go out, and it comes back to you as a healing to help you move forward. Blessings. We are the Nordics. I'll just leave it at that. I was going to do others, but it's cool. Okay. Much love, everyone. Take care. Have a great weekend. Much love.